Hello. So this item just came in today. Here we have a Yamaha Mo6. Yamaha Mo6. It looks fine. Everything looks fine. No broken keys. Everything's, seems like one of the better ones I've actually worked on as far as cosmetics. Uh, but when I saw that, I was like, whoa. So you take something and just kind of notice that it's broken. As you can see, it's pushed in there. I don't want to upset whatever is going on too much. But we'll open it up again. It's Yamaha Mo6, the classic Mo6. As you can see, they've taken care of the housing a lot. It looks good. So to get into this board, of course, put you something nice like a cushion down. When you turn it over, you have to remove all the screws at the very bottom plate. All of the screws at the very bottom plate. All right, now once we're in, we'll go to the problem area. And of course, as you can see, that's pretty bad off. We have some broken. It's not bad as I thought it was gonna be. However, it is still bad. But we're gonna see if it can be repaired and get this thing under the microscope, remove these two screws right here, and then there's a one right here that has to be taken out, and one right there, and of course, that one. Just to kind of relieve or release. It looks like it's possibility that we have, the power button is kind of bent, and the inlet jack itself is kind of bad. We'll see. So after removing this board here, the power button of course fell off, and as you can see, that's the remnants of it right there. And we have to look at this to see what's going on here, to see if this can be repaired. And we'll see. It looked like somebody did try to solder this. However, we'll look at it and see what we can do here.
All right, first I just want to inspect everything on the top side of the board. Of course, that's where the power button goes here. Just kind of want to check to make sure there wasn't a short circuit. But sometimes the short circuits can happen too when stuff like this happens. The customer said that they believe someone tripped over the cable while it was plugged in. And which is all the more reason why I should inspect the board, just to make sure we have a good board situation. All right, everything looks fine here. Well, let's flip it over and see if we can. So what I like to do is angle my board and proper ways of being able to hold it in place while I unsolder and solder and so on and so forth. Yeah. All right, we got a balanced board here. And I'm gonna turn it like this.
Daddy.
All right, so I'm gonna apply some flux. Take this off just to see if we got a broken inlet jack connector or something. Just kind of want to see what's going on here. And let's see. This is where the power button goes. So I kind of want to apply some flux here too, and a little bit of low melt solder on this, just to kind of make this a lot easier for me. All right, turn on my soldering iron and let's go to work. DJ's outside, I think. I didn't hear him go outside, so you might want to check to see if he's in the house. And I have a family, so my beautiful kids. And you see how it liquefies as the temperature increases. Oh yeah, look at that, beautiful. Oh yeah, beautiful. I just wanted to kind of liquefy all over those, and clean up over here as well, and just redo everything. I don't know if the jack itself is damaged or it's just moved out of place, but it looks like it's a possibility that a jack is damaged, and I have to find one to replace it with. I did find a power button replacement, but we'll see. All right. Looks like we got some smooth sailing here in the cleanup. I like to remove one item at the time so that, you know, we really can kind of keep up with what's going on. Okie dokie. Well, here we goes. I'm gonna get some good desoldering wick. I ordered this desoldering wick right from Amazon. If any companies out there want to support me and want me to, you know, advertise their product, I'll be more than happy to do that too. And my daughter says, "Daddy, are you making a YouTube?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's okay. I'm more than happy to make the YouTube with my daughter in the background." That's how I do. More than happy. I recommend taking your time as you do this. No need to rush. And always apply flux. No flux, harder work. If you got flux, it makes the job a lot simpler. And sit down, let that sit there for a moment. Kind of move around just a little bit. Let it get it all up. Look at that. Woo-hoo. Oh yeah. Get it all up. Clean as a whistle. Alright, you're next. I work in my garage. We're doing this. This is my start. Perhaps one day I'll have my own building, but some say no overhead is better. The only pros and cons, there are pros and cons to everything. Having your own place is a pro to it, and there's a con to it. Not having your own place, same. I can work at my own pace here. Right, you see how that's loose? You just pull it right on out. quite loose as I want it to be, but it is attached, so there's a possibility that I may be able to save this. All right. I really don't believe that this inlet jack is broken. I'm gonna try to reseat it. Perhaps I clean first and get some alcohol up here. And just kind of clean the board from all of the flux I put up here. Little elbow grease will help too. Make sure you have it good and clean in that area. And I haven't started with this area yet. One area at a time, so you don't get confused and thrown off of what your game is and trying to make sure you're doing good. So. Alright. See that? Sometimes it kind of, this little cute swab here sometimes can be aggravating. So, you know, you just kind of take something and remove it with you. Yeah. Aggravating. Ooh. Come on here. Okay. Now, let me flip the board around just to kind of look at the other side. Other side looks fine. Looks like we can reseat it. Let me just try to remount this thing into place. I'm just gonna tilt it up a little bit as you see my hand. All right. Now it is bent a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll take my hand and kind of turn it just like that to help it out. Somebody did trip over it, apparently. Not too much pressure, but enough. Now, that looks beautiful. I'm happy and excited about what I see now. And I think that we're ready to resolder this part back on. Just add a little flux on these pads so to help the flow very, very nicely. Okay. So now we have a good solid flow, and we're moving right along. Make sure when you're soldering that you have some ventilation and a fume extractor, so you don't breathe this stuff in. You don't want to breathe this in, not too much at all. Kind of want it to flow. I want it to flow like liquid metal. and enough solder up here, because it was tight enough solder to hold it from that person tripping, to keep it from breaking. And so you kind of want to have the same amount up here. Look at that harder. It's a great job there. All right, we'll do the other pad. Kind of go around that pad. Again, I am One Stop Fix. Thank you for choosing. We appreciate your business. Please like, please share, and subscribe to my channel so that we can do more videos like this. I know my hands are close, but I'm pretty perfect with it. Make sure I get a good blob right there. All right. So for that one, I'm gonna dab some more alcohol on a Q-tip and just refresh that and clean it. The surgery went well. That was a triple bypass. And it went well. Full recovery. I haven't even started over here yet, so I just want to go ahead and pre-clean. For whatever reason, that's sturdy. Who knows? Alright. So now, I'm going to go back to my solder here, and I'm going to add some low nut solder onto this button, and I'm going to take another button from another unit, same company, and make that work for this one. There it goes. It's already made and ready to move. So I'm done with that. Look at that. If I could just push down, and I do the same thing here, and I just push down, and it's gone. You see that? Look at that. So now all I gotta do is get me some decent solder, desoldering wick. Put it right on top of those bad boys, and voila. There it goes. Voila. Same thing here. Now you might see that there's a little bit of solder or something. I'll go on the other side and see what's going on there. Oh, boom, come on. Boom. There it goes. It's gone. So what it was is a piece of the other side was still in. So I'll just, like I said, do what I do to make the job good. Alright, so I had to hit it. I had to hit a soldering iron to the other side of it, you know, just to kind of make sure I get the solder that was remaining. I want to make sure the job is clean in every point. So I've got to find that button that's going to work for this one, put it in its place and solder it and get it ready to be plugged in so that we can test. I love it for a clean board. I know Yamaha is gonna give me a raise. Alex from North Ridge Fix always says better than factory. Well, you can't have it better than factory if you don't do this. And I've seen him do it, so I want it to be perfect. I can't take his slogan. All right, we're back, and just had to take a little short break to get this button ready. See if it works. I'm gonna insert it like before. Gotta move something here. So the piece that I have that's holding this board slightly in the way, so I may have to just move it all together. And make it work. Sorry if you can't see it, but I'm just trying to line this thing up correctly. So once we get it in place, there we have it. There we have it. Just gonna go down just a little bit more on it. Okie dokie. Now, I'm going to solder this and attempt to try to see what we have. It's a little glare to it because I took my little stand off of it. But this is pretty simple and quite easy to solder. So I can do it from this angle with no problem. Get a little bit more solder. So whatever happened to this keyboard, they tripped so hard and so heavily that it broke not only the power button itself from working in the board, it also did something to the inlet jack as well. So just trying to repair what all was done, and we'll see what we got. Okay. All right, and we're here. Here we are. I'm just gonna plug her in and then plug her up. And I don't have a cameraman, so I'm gonna try to do this without, you know. All right, let's see. And let me put the phone down. There we have it. Bam. We have power again. There it is. Beautiful, beautiful picture. Sorry I don't have a cameraman, but as I grow, as you guys support me, I'll be able to do more. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in and giving me a shout out, and also subscribing and thumbing up. Peace out.